Hi, here are two examples of how to convert an integer to a string and a string to an integer. And I couldn't really think of any good examples, so these are fairly pretty nonsensical examples, but that's okay. So in this case, I just did a short for loop from 1 to 10, and I am converting the loop control variable, which is I in this case, to a string, so that I can then output to the screen a string, well, 10 strings. So int is short for integer, and then string, str is string. So that will convert a integer into a string, this function here. This question, or this example here, takes a number, which is an integer, num is an integer, and then converts that number into a string and stores that into this string, num string. After that, we then put num back to 1 just for fun, and then this here is demonstrating that num string is a string because it's going to the length of num string, so it's completely disregarding its numerical value and then just counting how many numbers or characters are in the string. And then now we're going to multiply. We're going to convert from a string to an integer. So we convert it from an integer to a string and then back to an integer. So then we can multiply the first character in the number times 1. Okay, just to make it as confusing as possible. So if we follow this one here, I'm going to enter the number 5. So it multiplied 1, a single digit is a bad example. So I'm going to go 25. Okay, so the loop went 2 times. So the first time through the loop, we went 2 times 1, because 1 is 1, and then 2 is the first character in the number, and the second character in the number is 5, and so we then multiplied 2 times 5, which equals 10 to make it, because num is now equal to 2. So that's an extremely confusing example, which doesn't make any sense, but what you should understand is you can convert a number to a string and then a string to a number. You do not have to use the same variable, but this is how you convert integers to string and strings to numbers.